Greetings, pod fans! If the people at Big Calendar are to be believed, they'll tell you that there's only 2 days left in March and April starts right after that, but I don't want to believe them, so I'm doing air quotes like it's a big conspiracy. Gonna take a lot of creativity to think of things to talk about. Speaking of creativity, I was listening to a podcast the other day and the two hosts talked about the fact that they as people were encouraged from a young age to do creative things, and they feel like that's how their lives became what they are. And a little bit different to that, I thought of the two English teachers that I had in secondary school, which they were very different. And I just want to talk about like the difference that was there and how I felt about it. So the first teacher that I had from first to third year, I believe, he was a lovely man. He was super just kooky and weird, and me being a tiny little nerd boy who only wanted to read about dragons and fantasy and science fiction and all these insane crazy things across the galaxy. That then is all I wanted to write about. So every single writing prompt that we were given to, build our creative writing abilities, it was always about something sci-fi or fantasy related. No matter what it was, I'd somehow twist it around. And this was encouraged. I remember there was one time that I wrote, it was a story that was like 3 A4 pages long, and I was told that, oh, this is the best thing you've ever done. And it was insane. It was all over the place about like space marines and, things like that. And it felt real good to be told, this is good. This is what more that I want to see. Keep at this. And probably the reason that, I was told, oh, this is great, is because previously I would get to a certain word count or like page, the end of a full A4 page, and I'd quickly end because I'm tired. I need to get this finished because it just needs to be handed in tomorrow. But yeah, my stupidly weird creativity was encouraged, and it was great. It was so good. And then moving on to the second teacher, so 5th and 6th year are like preparatory years for our leaving certificate exam. The teacher did not like my style of writing. I was told that this isn't realistic, and it should be realistic and grounded in the real world so that it makes sense and is easier to understand. Which I hated the idea of that, because writing and putting things down on paper and stuff like that, to me anyway, was, the place that you could just expand an idea from nothing into everything. It didn't need to be grounded in the real world, and I think it really made me dislike English as a subject when, I was kind of not allowed to write what I wanted. I understand that the teacher was there to, help us get better grades, and she was going by the fact that this would, be graded better. The examiners would find it better if it was grounded in the real world, if it made sense. But it always stuck with me, and I never actually changed the way I wrote. I didn't do horribly in English, didn't do amazingly, because I'm not actually a good writer. Also, that teacher mispronounced the very common word Achilles and kept saying Achilles, so I was never going to listen to advice there. But yeah, it just got me thinking about that. Don't even think there's a point here, but yeah, creative writing in my mind is supposed to be fun and a place where, you can just put stupid things down. And maybe that is what drove me to 10 years of writing YouTube stuff that doesn't actually make any sense and doesn't really go anywhere. But yeah, it's important to have a creative outlet. And yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It felt like a squashing of my creativity at the time. But yeah, it probably just made me rebel and be more creative, so can't really blame her. But yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about for today. I've been rambling too much about school, and it's been over a decade since I attended school, so yeah, maybe I should live in the moment, live in the real world. But yeah, April apparently starts soon. Maybe I'll just talk about ducks for 30 days straight. That'd be a good idea, right? Yeah, I think so. Can't think of anything else to talk about. So, yeah. Cool. Enjoy your day, and slán.